Hi Aquarius, welcome to your quantum reading. This is for Aquarius Sun, Moon, Rising. Welcome to my cross watchers. Cross watcher, you could be dealing with an Aquarius. The message could be for you. Feel free to take it however it resonates with you and your situation. Keep in mind, these are general and timeless readings. Everything that you need to access is down below in my description box, my website link, Instagram handle, all that good stuff. Never give your power away over to these readings. You're in full control of your own life choices and decisions. And thank you guys so much for liking, subscribing. Thank you for all the ways you've been here in support of the channel. Let's go ahead and dive in. Okay. I think one more. Well, okay. Infinity, Big Bang, and Parsec. Okay. Whatever current thing is going on right now, this is either representative of your process or someone that you're connected to. But basically what it's talking about over this time, or this is going to talk about a particular time in your life, so stay open. However this could play out. I'm going to switch this over here for some reason. Okay. So this basically can talk about a process where when something comes into creation, because this is very representative of that. This is almost like protoplanetary disk represents a space where planets are created. And there could be something pretty significant that's being produced here. And when it gets released, it would be very like, boom, you know, it's like a big deal. It would have quite an effect. There's the Big Bang. When it comes into creation, this will be like a really pivotal moment of something being produced. This is what this looks like. So I don't know, for some of you guys, this could be something that you're working on, whether it's like a project or whatever this could represent. That's what this process, this is what this whole thing is talking about. In the midst of that, which is why it's so appropriate, it's almost like there's this dark energy, yeah? And, which feels almost, I don't know the proper word for it, but, it's basically like you have to create this. This thing is going to be created when you're in the midst of like a dark night. Okay, that's kind of what it represents. Oh, wow. So, oh, whoops, I forgot the other word. Black body means it's a hypothetical perfect absorber and radiator of energy with no reflecting power. And it's like idealized physical body that absorbs all incident electromagnetic radiation, regardless of the frequency or angle of incidence. So it's similar to like a black hole, but different. It is different. It absorbs energy. And there's this dark energy here. This will be a part of something that gets created. Okay? This darkness, it's actually a big part of it. Okay, it might actually somehow inspire this thing that gets created, whatever that is. It's like, because this may represent almost like being distant from your manifestation, and the thing that you create is going to bring you closer to it. That's kind of the feel of this whole thing. Okay. Hopefully that all made sense, but we'll get some deets here. There is again, King of Pentacles. Carrying a lot of weight or burdens. This particular person, they feel the weight of, like, for example, taking care of other people. They've taken on that burden, but it may be because they're that responsible or that straightforward. That could represent you. But there's a situation that's closing out. Let me see here. The Hermit. I am not sure which would represent you. Okay. There's all this awareness. Something is about to get closed out, and you may be you're conscious right now of not taking on the burdens of something. Like, you don't want the weight to carry the weight of something, but something hasn't started up yet with the Full card in the reverse. It hasn't been activated, and it may be because something needs to be released right here. Only you guys would know what that is, but that could be the end of some kind of process that's happening. And when it gets released or taken care of, it's like, it will require some trust. Because for a while, if there's been this way of things going along, it's about to transition. And it'll be once this happens, once you like release the burden of something or you get rid of something, all of a sudden it's gonna free up your energy. You know how, for example, when you take care of a task and it's been on your mind and it's been like, you don't actually realize how much it's taken up your mental space. That's almost what this feels like, because there's the Nine of Swords, where this has almost taken up a lot of your mental space. And it hasn't allowed new things to come in. Like new ideas, new insights, the things that need to be next. So sometimes it feels like a burden. It's not like very enjoyable to do certain things. And sometimes you may feel overwhelmed or like there's a lot to be taken care of. But if just day to day you do what you can do and whittle down at the things, this is literally talking about the tasks that you don't really want to do, but they're taking up a lot of space, maybe even more than you realize. And if you guys have something that's like weighing you down, you may be looking at getting rid of that. And that's only going to apply for you guys if this is something that's come up in your mind periodically. It's like when you get it done and taken care of, you'll feel the release of it, you know. But we have the Death card in the reverse. We also have the Eight of Wands in the upright. We have the Temperance in the reverse. There's that Ace of Swords, which is awesome, coming in the mind. It's like clarity. It will come. Like, that could be answers, insights. Like, seriously. Also, trust the insights that you're getting that aren't so much of this. This is overanalyzing. This is a very big difference from when something just comes to you, like I said, insights or clarity. That is a very different frequency to be on, because this can generally get generated from fear or anxiety. That could be the core of what makes your mind go wild. But that could be something going on. But there's this power struggle. We're still kind of like in the post shadow of Pluto turning direct. It did turn direct, so I don't want to get too much into that. But you can just see still these little pulses of a stalemate or a power struggle happening. And a bunch of people can be involved, seriously. But you may be taking on there's something here about taking on the burdens or responsibilities of others. Like feeling like their emotions, or feeling the need to protect them from something else going on. And especially if you have something else coming in your space that's kind of breaking through that pattern, that can be stuff that was passed down to you. And it's like, it's not yours to carry. It's easier said than done because there's a lot of emotional weight that can come along with that. But it's like, it's not yours. You know, other people's lives, their stuff, it's not your responsibility. And once you come to that realization, it will help you to break out of a pattern, and a pretty significant one, which is where I think all the stuff is going to shift when you realize that there's the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, the Knight of Cups in the upright, and the Magician in the upright. There's this person here that's hard at work, trying to develop something. They are back and forth, and it's almost like both. If you have a person here, there's like this back and forth, or you may have made up your mind about this person. It kind of feels like, or this particular direction. If this is one person that's trying to develop into this, or this is literally two people, and it looks as though you've made up your mind, or you've made a decision about this person, and it's more like you're not going to go in that direction. Whatever your reasons are. It may be because you feel like there's a person here that doesn't have the emotional capacity or maturity. But this person feels confused too, almost like they're caught up in a romantic fantasy, and it may not feel totally healthy, but it's like you may even see this person go back and forth about you. Like sometimes it's like very conflicting. It's like one day they want to have you back, and then the next they're kind of like saying, oh, next. It's kind of like a player. Like they're like, as the barber said, next. Like they just want to move right on and act like this is all replaceable, but it's not. And they're actually more emotionally invested than they'll ever say. It's like something really like push-pull. I don't know. It's too confusing. And it's too back and forth, and it feels too unstable. Almost like there's a person here that hasn't matured enough yet emotionally. But there may be there's a lot of energy coming from this person, whether it's like communications or travels. This person could be, there's someone here that's getting ready to travel, either to go on a trip, and this also is going to release the burden, like, because something could have been causing anxiety, and because you were like taking on the weight of something, all that is about to shift. It really is. There's going to be a breakthrough in that process if you resonate with that at all. But in the midst of this, it's like you need to focus on what you're creating and focus just on work, on producing, because that's where you stay in your power, and that's where you can kind of keep your energy really clear so that you can constantly receive like new ideas and insights and clarity, and that's where you're gonna stay in a good space. Okay, but yeah, this is not yours to carry. This is not your responsibility, whatever that means. Okay, I'm gonna dive into the extended. If you guys want to join me over there, feel free. Go down below, click on the Vimeo link, see you over there. But Aquarius, if this is where we leave things, sending you so much love, wishing you all the very best. See you in the next reading. Take care.